Episode 18 of Sword of the Demon Hunter, Kijin Gentosho, titled Tea Drinking Talk, unfolds as a quieter, character-driven chapter in the sprawling fantasy epic adapted from Moto Nakanishi's novel series. Set against the backdrop of a demon-ravaged world spanning from the Edo period to the Heisei era, this episode shifts focus from the visceral demon-slaying action of prior installments to a more introspective exploration of relationships and past promises. The narrative centers on Jinya, voiced by Takuya Shiro, the stoic demon hunter, as he receives an unexpected visitor from Kyoto, Sungora Akitsu, a figure from his past whose arrival stirs both tension and nostalgia. The episode opens with Akitsu, a man of refined demeanor carrying a beautifully crafted tea utensil, arriving in Kadono village. His presence introduces a subtle shift in tone as the story pivots to a reflective dialogue-heavy encounter. Akitsu's visit is not merely social, it hints at unresolved ties to Jinya's journey, with the tea utensil serving as a symbolic anchor for their shared history. The narrative weaves in flashbacks that illuminate Akitsu's connection to Jinya, revealing a moment of camaraderie from years prior, contrasted against the weight of their current circumstances. Meanwhile, Natsu, voiced by Sei Azawa, a young girl under Jinya's care, receives a hairpin from Akitsu, a gesture that adds a layer of warmth but also foreshadows potential complications. Key moments include a tense yet understated confrontation between Jinya and Akitsu's spirit dogs, which tests Jinya's resolve without resorting to all-out combat. The episode's climax, however, lies in its emotional core, a conversation over tea where Akitsu and Jinya grapple with the burdens of their respective pasts. The atmosphere is heavy with the series' signature blend of historical gravitas and supernatural melancholy, punctuated by serene visuals of Kadono's misty landscapes and the delicate clink of tea utensils. The episode subtly advances the overarching narrative of Jinya's 170-year quest, hinting at the looming threat of the demon god while grounding the story in human connections. The animation in episode 18, produced by Yokohama Animation Lab, maintains a series' distinct aesthetic but leans heavily into its quieter strengths. The character designs by Taira Gomi shine in close-up shots of Jinya and Akitsu, capturing subtle emotional shifts. Jinya's guarded stoicism softens ever so slightly during the tea-drinking scene, while Akitsu's refined features betray a flicker of regret. The animators excel in rendering the tactile details of the tea utensil, its lacquered surface catching the light in a way that feels almost reverent, reinforcing its note of significance. Backgrounds depicting Kadono's fog-laden village and traditional interiors evoke a timeless quality that complements the series' historical fantasy roots. However, the animation falters in moments of action. The brief encounter with Akitsu's spirit dogs, while visually striking with their ethereal glow, lacks the fluidity seen in earlier episodes' demon battles. The movements feel stiff, and the sequence is over too quickly to fully showcase Jinya's combat prowess. This restraint may be intentional, prioritizing dialogue over spectacle, but it leaves the action feeling like an afterthought. The color palette remains muted, with earthy tones dominating, which suits the episode's introspective mood but risks blending into the series' broader visual identity without standing out. The sound design, bolstered by Yuichi Takada, Keiichi Hirakawa, and Kiniyuki Takahashi's score, enhances the atmosphere with delicate shamisen notes and ambient forest sounds. The opening theme, Ash by Alexandros, carries a haunting energy that sets the tone, though the ending theme, Inrin Rambel by Fake Type, feels slightly mismatched with the episode's contemplative close. Voice performances are a highlight, with Takuya Shiro delivering Jinya's reserved intensity and Koji Yusa infusing Akitsu with a mix of charm and gravitas. Critically, the direction by Kazuya Ayer occasionally stumbles in pacing. The tea-drinking scene, while emotionally rich, lingers longer than necessary, with static shots that could have been trimmed to maintain momentum. Compared to the manga's expressive paneling, as noted in some reviews of the series, the anime struggles to convey the same depth of character emotion through animation alone, relying heavily on voice work to carry the weight. Episode 18 of Sword of the Demon Hunter, Kijin Gentosho, is a testament to the series' ability to balance its grand, century-spanning narrative with intimate, human moments. Tea Drinking Talk trades the high-octane demon slaying of previous episodes for slower, reflective pace that deepens our understanding of Jinya's emotional landscape. The introduction of Akitsu as a figure from his past adds intrigue, and the episodes focus on symbolic objects like the tea utensil and hairpin grounds its supernatural elements in tangible, relatable stakes. While the animation and pacing have room for improvement, the episode succeeds in reinforcing the series' themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and the persistence of memory across time. Looking ahead, the series seems poised to escalate as it approaches the final episodes of its second cour. The subtle hints at the demon god's threat suggest a return to action-heavy storytelling, but episode 18's character focus raises the bar for emotional payoff. If Yokohama Animation Lab can refine its action sequences and tighten the pacing, Sword of the Demon Hunter could cement itself as a standout in the historical fantasy genre. For now, this episode is a compelling, if imperfect, bridge between the series' past and future, earning a solid 7.5/10 for its emotional depth and atmospheric charm.